stood out to me was, as an international batsman, you always focus on your own game and your own preparation, and you want to score runs for your team and all that sort of stuff. But it was interesting that Virat said that he feels that he's got a big responsibility to help out and show leadership to the other guys in the order. I think that was a really interesting point that he made. Now that he's played for a little while, he sees himself as that senior player. Yes, he's got to worry about his own game and score runs for India, but he's also got a responsibility to Rahane and Suresh Raina and the other young players in the team as well. It's a really good point.
And he talks about being the senior player. I think you'll find that Tendulkar said that as well. He said when he first came in, he was playing with the Azharuddins and all the senior players around him. And after they were gone, he saw his role as being a bit different. But that much of Virat Kohli, we've done a real build-up job, haven't we? Now let's take a break. When we come back, is there a role for spin? Dhoni? You can hear the cheers. I think I'll just keep quiet for a while.
I was really happy to see him bowl the way he did in that first game. He is a very skillful bowler, and I think he's at his best when he wants to take wickets. And he was really aggressive in the last game, I guess. He was on top of the batsman the whole time. Just more of a mental battle going on the field, and I think he was on the top. Most of the time when he bowled. And those maidens were game changers, to be honest. I mean, he got only one wicket, but the way he bowled was absolutely outstanding, especially when you take into consideration you have 5 fielders in the ring, and their spinners could not contain him so much, and the way he bowled on that wicket was amazing to watch him. He will be a key factor for us as long as he can be in that same mindset that he was in the first game, which is to take wickets and be on top of the batter. But yeah, I'm really happy for him, and he's had a great start, and hopefully he will sustain that through the tournament.
Well, I think शादी को 3 साल हो चुके हैं. Thank you, Nexiilabs.
Nexiilabs, 10 साल से वजन और भरोसा दोनों बढ़ाए. चलो बोल.
बड़ा शुभ होता है वरना.
अगर ठीक पर रुकते हो तो ड्राइव शुरू हो जाता है. शुभ लगते हैं.
बात भी मजाक.
ठीक ही छोड़िए, गाड़ी चलाइए सीएट टायर्स पे. बड़े ट्रेड ब्लॉक, बेहतर ग्रिप, बड़ा कंट्रोल. सीएट एसयूवी टायर्स.
Shot, project.
You missed a game during the ICC Cricket World Cup. Don't worry. We get Virat to score that century again. We get Steve to bowl that spell again. And Maxwell to hit those big ones all over again. Because right after every match, we bring you the highlight show every match day on the Star Sports Network.
This broadcast of the ICC Cricket World Cup 2015 brought to you in association with Ford and TV, LIC of India, and Set Wet Gel. Standard दीवारें आपका impression फीका ना कर दें. इसीलिए Nexiilabs impressions के विकल्प बढ़ाइए और घर के साथ अपना impression बढ़ाइए.
जिंदगी के हर मोड़ पर भरोसा से
सिर्फ लेयर शॉट. ये छोड़ो, शॉट लगाओ. लेयर शॉट.
जल्दी करो.
और कुछ नहीं.
Alright, welcome back. Getting to a 7:45 back home. Lovely Sunday morning with a huge amount of cricket in prospect. India's players just starting to warm up here at this grand theatre of world cricket, the Melbourne Cricket Ground. We'll talk about Virat Kohli. We've talked about him a little bit, what it means about playing on the big stage. We're going to hear from Ravi Shastri as well. Can spin win it for India here at the MCG? Ashwin was excellent against Pakistan. And of course, we're going to talk about the challenge of playing Steyn and Morkel. Is that the best new ball attack? Well, the gates have been opened, and a little while back the Indians started to scream in huge cheer when Dhoni walked in, big cheer when Virat Kohli walked in, and already it's starting to look like the colour of the MCG today is going to be blue. But we'll wait and see as it starts to fill up as well. Just a little reminding them of what it means. Maybe just telling them we win today, we got top of the table. That'll be wonderful for the team going ahead of the World Cup. Saurav Ganguly is still with us, and we're now joined by Shane Warne, the little huddle over there. You're in the huddle. What are you telling them?
I think today, enjoy the experience, enjoy the big crowd and the support having here the 80,000 odd people that have bought tickets. I think the other thing is that it's hot, it's going to be a great contest, it's one of the favourites they're playing against, and they've got a good opportunity to flex their muscles today, India, and say, hey, we might not have played well for the last 3 months here in Australia, but we're here and ready for the World Cup. They played well against Pakistan, and now it's time they can flex their muscles and try and beat South Africa, one of the favourites.
Well, I'm just looking around this ground. And I remember saying in Adelaide that Adelaide was in Australia that day only on the map. And I think we'll see that about the MCG today as well. It's going to be a home match, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. You can already see the blue part and the blue jerseys, and that's what India has been. You play at Lord's, you play at Manchester, you play at Trembridge, a one-day game. It's India's home game, and it's been for a while. And as you said, Adelaide was full, and I won't be surprised. Only I think Australia will outnumber India if they get to play at some stage of this tournament. But overall, I think the Indian fans have always been so supportive.
Too far away in the distance. We're starting to see blue. I'm already starting to struggle to hear Saurav Ganguly. It's a great atmosphere building up. What about the Mark Nicholas and Ravi Shastri? I heard that conversation in Adelaide, and we're going to hear from him now as well.
Thanks, Harsha. Ravi is with some of the Indian team stretching just behind us. How are they?
Healthy and ready to go. This should be a great
Frustration as they have to
well, that's the format. They knew what they were for from the outset, so I guess the guys are prepared. They're prepared well for this game. And the good thing is there are no injuries, which is very important. Playing as a unit, batting or bowling, you don't want extra pressure on any particular individual. So if you play well as a batting unit and you bowl well as a bowling unit, as you did against Pakistan, then this side is not equal. The endeavour is, when the heat is on, when the pressure is there, you've got to be able to soak the pressure and then, rise to the occasion.
What about bowling at the deck? You got that sorted? You got a tactic?
There's no tactic for that. In fact, if you plan too far ahead, you're going to mess up. You've got to keep things simple. I think when you bowl at the death, clarity of thought is the most important. You don't want to clutter your head with too many ideas. Back your strength, go out there and execute it.
Okay, fascinating. What about the South Africans? They pose a very serious threat.
Good side, good all-round side, but like I said, it's a great matchup. If you look on paper, they don't give an inch and we don't give an inch either. So it's going to be good for the crowd. Let's see who comes out pumping first.
So you don't sit in the dressing rooms with any specific ideas to say AB de Villiers or Hashi Mamla.
You would have ideas, but again, the key is to keep things simple. With someone like AB, he's one of the best in the world. You know what he can do when on song. But then again, you go and try and think what he can do, or is he going to move on this side, or is he going to back away on the on-side? You start thinking of all that, and you're going to mess up. So you've got to keep it simple. You've got to have a plan in mind and try and execute it.
And what about the venue and the crowd today?
Fabulous, fabulous. I mean, this is one of the great grounds in the world. We played the World Championship final here against Pakistan, and there were 60,000 people. I expect about 90 today. And that's the thing with this Indian team. Wherever they go, the support is massive, and it's a great stadium. During the Test series, I told the boys, go out and enjoy yourselves. This is one of the great pieces of turf in the world. And soak in the atmosphere, enjoy the occasion, and show and exhibit your talents. Go out there and enjoy it.
Like the exhibition of cricket we've seen in the last 10 days around the two countries. Who are you picking? Who are you liking the look of?
It's too early. You know, it's teams that will start playing really good cricket 2 weeks from now. Those are the teams to really watch out for. Because, you know, I think that's the right time to speak. Maybe 2 weeks from now, towards the end of the month, you know, first week of March, that's when you know who's hot and who's dropping away.
And we've seen plenty of examples in World Cup history. Australia in 1999, for example, sides that have come back from very unpromising stuff.
Pakistan, I mean, look at Pakistan. You know, they got that 1 point in that rain-affected game against England, and they went on to win the cup. You know, suddenly they got hot at the right time. You know, the fast bowlers started finding their rhythm. The batting lineup, you know, that will keep changing. You know, Imran went at 3. Same thing will happen with a lot of sides. There'll be a lot of tinkering, you know, as this tournament progresses to see what is the best outfit for the conditions.
And lastly, are those boys confident?
Already, you can see them there. There's a spring in their stride there. They'll be out there today, pumping.
All right, I've just been asked to ask you one question. It comes from everybody in India. Will Virat Kohli score 100 at the Melbourne Cricket Ground?
He's already done that in the Test match, so there's no reason why he can't repeat it.
But not against South Africa, ever in his
Exactly what he is. Of numbers.
Yeah, he does, and he sort of hits the different areas, so he's quite difficult to bowl for the ball when he gets in. And at the top of the order, he's a dangerous player. He don't bowl. He'll hit boundaries to put the bowler under pressure. He'll put you under pressure by his stroke play. He's aggressive at the top, so yeah, he's a real star and a key for South Africa.
I mean, all this build-up sort of we've done with Virat Kohli. He's taken 140 innings to get to 5,000. And Amla, without a care in the world, without any fuss, without making headlines, he's got 101 innings. And you know, when he first came, you thought he's a test match player. He's taken to 50 overs cricket like a fish to water.
Yeah, he's a special player. Look at that, 101 innings, and it's because he bats at the top of the order.
Yes.
He's a quality act. His test record is equally good or even better. And you know, he's someone who's not flash. He will do his job quietly behind the scenes, but a top-class player. I'm not surprised he's South Africa's test captain. And he's so calm. One day before I retire, I want to see Hashim Amla angry.
Style. So getting to know Hashim Amla. Let's take a look.
ऐसा मैच है जी आज मैच अच्छा है
He is calm, but his blade unleashes a storm. Beautiful, chipped away. Hashim Amla. Flashed away, he's strong there too. That's 4, and marked away. The undisputed numero uno one-day opener in the world. Born out to the onside. So good. 150. AB de Villiers is to the middle, Amla is to the top of the coach's batting order. There is nothing flashy about Hashim Amla except his record-turning bat. Amla is the fastest to 5,000 runs in one-day cricket at 114 innings. Even King Richards and Virat Kohli failed in comparison. Amla 101 knocks to reach that mark. Amla scored 5 one-day hundreds in 2014.
100 is a very good score from Hashim Amla.
A feat unmatched by any other opener the year gone by. AD grabbed all the headlines with the record-breaking stun at the Wanderers against the Windies. Amla did Ash is the man for all Is it any surprise then that he features among the top 3 one-day batsmen in the ICC player rankings?
Very, very well played.
South Africa's 22-year-long wait for the world title could finally end at the place where it all began, down under.
You know, we used to have this advertising line in the years gone by, the coolest one. I think Hashim Amla was made to be the coolest one. Not like his good friend and partner AB de Villiers, who's explosive. AB de Villiers and I think Amla won't mind that. That the tension on AB de Villiers, he quietly goes about his job, and AB can play like the other rock star that he is.
Yeah, but that's always the case. When somebody is a lot more flamboyant and somebody who actually attracts people to the ground will obviously get a bit more attention. But I think in terms of cricketers around the world, in terms of opposition, in terms of players who play the game, Amla is rated very, very highly.
and he'll always be that because of the way he goes about his job and because of the runs he scores. And I think it's as much as important to the South African side as AB de Villiers is. And if South Africa has to win today, he's got to fire at the top. So for me, both are very crucial. And in life, it always happens. One gets a bit more attention than the others, and you just have to deal with it because you don't play the sport for attention. You play the sport to perform and score runs and win games.
The gentleman standing next to you took a lot of wickets. I don't know if he wanted the attention, but he got a lot more than anyone else did.
Well, I think it's about the way you play the game. And AB de Villiers played the game the right way. He's entertaining, it was exciting. But South Africa need Amra. And that's what you need, that contrast. The different makes it hard to bowl to South Africa. You've got different players like Amra.
Landing only happens in April.
Good shot!
He can score anywhere, whether it be reverse sweeps, paddles, shots over long ones. If he gets in and he's somewhere there near the end of the innings, you've got your work cut out for you to control him.
So you're looking at the opposition, and you're looking up and you're seeing this genial person, Hashim Amla. You look at this explosive person, look at AB de Villiers. How do you bowl to them? How do you control them? This is our Airtel plan. Right, two bowlers in here. And Sean Pollock, how do you bowl to? What would you do to Amla and AB de Villiers?
Well, first of all, to Amla, he plays very left side of the ball and he likes to get through that sort of point cover.
Good shot!
As a spin bowler, I'd be looking to try and get strength, but I'd like to have a couple of short covers there trying to keep him in flight. If you're a quickie to Amla, I like to see a lot of short stuff at him and really try and keep him back and starve him, throw the odd one wide. To de Villiers, as Sean said, you know, he can score all around the ground. He's got the reverse sweeps and those laps and all those types of things. So he's a really hard guy to bowl to. For me, it's about the pace of the game. I think it's important with AB de Villiers as a bowler, you control the pace of the game. You don't just get up and bowl the ball and let him hopefully hit one up in the air somewhere. You've got to make him, rush him a little bit, take your time a little bit, really mix up your pace of when you deliver the ball. You just got to hope that you bowl enough good balls and he hits good shots off good delivery. That's all you can do with AB de Villiers.
Right, Sean Pollock, when he started off in international cricket, had this reputation of hitting people on the head. I don't know if it's because people didn't expect it to come the way it did, but Paul hit a lot of people on the head. Now imagine, you're this young fellow, and there's AB de Villiers in front of you.
I think from a de Villiers, he's so talented, and I think the only weakness I've seen with his times is he gets into a 5th or 6th gear and he can't gear down. He just wants to go and keep going hard. So I think what you've got to try and do with him is you've got to try and make him play in the areas which are sort of option points. If you're going to play the reverse, if you're going to give yourself room and look to carve it over the offside, then you try and make him play where your fielders are set, hit him to make him hit down the ground, and then try and put him under pressure that way. But it's a big ask, and I think ideally, if you're going to get him, you've got to try and get him early, because if you settle for 10 or so deliveries, he'll put you under pressure.
You never know how many he can score. I was privileged to watch Dale Steyn bowling to him, and he got 21, and he got him all around the ground. He was laughing and he was fooling around against the best player in the world at the moment. But it's been the way ahead. We're going to talk to Warney in a while as well. But let's hear. We've got, let's see if Ashwin can be that person in the form that he now is in after the match against Pakistan.
When he got set. Old habits die hard though. The flatter delivery got the treatment it deserved, which meant his figures didn't look as impressive. However, 3 maidens and 30 dot balls in the 48 deliveries he bowled are a better indicator of the pressure he created on the batsman. Champions Trophy 2013 was another example of how India's success depends on the success of its spinners, even outside the subcontinent.
If I have quite a few options up my sleeve, quite a few deliveries, quite a few changes.
But if you don't get it right, they've got enough good batsmen in there that can really punish you and hurt you. But for me, I believe that someone like an Ashwin is a real key today, and I think he's had one of those things where his mindset has changed. He's now got a bit more aggressive, rather than just trying to bowl drop balls and he's actually trying to take wickets. We've seen him bowl more. Give the ball a little bit more air. Don't bowl too much of that other stuff. He's bowling mainly on breaks and then just occasional variation.
I love the way he said not too much of that other stuff.
He's got all that stuff, but I think when he bowls more like a traditional with a little bit of variation, sticks to his plan and tries to set the batsman up for some of the other stuff, I think that's when he's at his best. So if he's at his best today, and we saw that Saturday, if the Indian spinners take 3 wickets or more, I think it was 86%. They win the game, so there's a lot. Ashwin and Jadeja, I think those two guys are the key today to South Africa.
So the way to go, Polly?
I think the stat also reflects that if they get wickets in the middle of the matches, because that's often where the spinners bowl, that puts South Africa under pressure. They can't just go around their normal strong, which they've done. I think in this World Cup it's been a bit unfortunate that we haven't had people like Ajmal, Hafiz, Sainaik, Nareen to show us how the spinners can operate and have an effect with even with these 2 new balls. So that has been a bit disappointing. But I think the key, well, if they can pick some early wickets up in the middle order, if the surface just holds enough for Ashwin, then he can have a bit of an impact. If the ball just comes on, South Africans are used to that. But when you get on surfaces where it just holds up and you can't work the singles easy and hit to the line, then sometimes South African teams tend to struggle.
We'll wait and see what kind of surface they're playing on. But as I look around me, this ground is starting to fill and it's filling in blue. So it shouldn't come as a surprise to a lot of people. We'll take a break. When we come back, what kind of surface are they playing on? And then a little while after that, of course, the toss going into this big Sunday encounter, India versus South Africa.
चलो
ठीक पे रुकते हैं, बड़ा शुभ होता है वरना।
अच्छा ठीक पे रुकते हो तो ड्राइव सेफ हो जाता है। शुभ शुभ लगते हैं।
बात भी मजाक।
ठीक भी छोड़िए, गाड़ी चलाइए सीएट टायर्स पे। बड़े ट्रेड ब्लॉक, बेहतर ग्रिप, बड़ा कंट्रोल। CTS टायर्स।
एक बुलंद सोच के साथ आओ अब एक मजबूत इंडिया बनाते हैं। बदल दे इंडिया का मॉडर्न सीमेंट JK लक्ष्मी प्रो प्लस।
भरोसा से एक एक्सपर्ट लिफ्ट प्योर पर
जो हर तरह के पानी को कई सबसे शुद्ध और बीमारी को रखे हमेशा दूर। लिफ्ट प्योर खरीदिए और हर दिन लखपति बनने का मौका पाइए।
England versus Scotland tomorrow 3 AM live on the Star Sports Network. Let's play. Goal.
Thanks.
Add sparks to your life.
मॉम को ड्रामा पसंद है। I'm not my mom.
और कुछ नहीं।
ప్లేయర్స్ వేరే వాళ్ళని తీసుకున్నారు.
We are counting down. India versus South Africa.
Bowling.
India always plays 2 spinners. We talk about Ashwin, but will there be pressure on Jadeja?
Ravindra Jadeja is a key ingredient in MSD's winning formula. Of the 17 matches in which Jaddu has taken 3 or more wickets, India has won 15. No wonder he's nicknamed Sir Jadeja. But Sir Jadeja now has the biggest challenge of his life in front of him. And this one has a name.
We are South Africa.
Back.
The man with the stud bump has to battle thoroughbreds on a track that doesn't suit him. South African batsmen have played Jadeja better than most teams have. He averages 56 against them outside Asia and has league runs at an economy rate of 5.2, much higher than his career average. A big reason for Jadeja's ineffectiveness against the South African batting lineup is the presence of 3 left-handers.
Smashed. That's beautifully played.
Look out at the top.
A nice
Good
ball.
shot. Good hitting.
And Miller to finish off.
Bang. Another boundary.
Then to make matters worse, Jaddu is still recovering from his shoulder injury and has played just 2 matches since. Do you think that's the end of it? Nope. He has taken the Proteus fire in conditions that don't suit his style of bowling at all. Bowling in Australia, Jadeja has an average of, and don't be shocked, 111 and an economy rate of 5.5. He has really struggled down under. 80,000 fans at the MCG and the small matter of this being a World Cup match. Jaddu couldn't have asked for a taller mountain to climb. But then, in his captain's own words, Mount Everest was only Sir Jadeja's silk mountain.
Oh, Shane Warne called him his rock star. Everyone calls him Sir Jadeja. But he's got a few things. He's struggling a little bit. He's just coming out of a shoulder injury. His South Africa play left arm spin better with all the left-handers. Australia's not the most conducive for him. How big is he going to be though in spite of all that?
I think Jadeja's a real key to India. I think in the field for him he's a real barometer in the field. He's got a rocket arm, he can bowl you out, he can run you out. With his bowling, if he gets it right, he's a real handful because he bowls with natural variation. One will spin a little bit, one will slide on. It doesn't matter about the left-handers, that's okay for him. He can bowl just as well to the left and the right-handers. And then his batting is dangerous. Most of the teams all done the homework. They know he doesn't play the short ball that well. So they can only bowl one of those. So he can be really dangerous against India. So that confidence about running that middle stage. Whoever wins that middle stage could win the match. If Indian spinners get 3 or 4 wickets in the middle period, South Africa then just have to bat the end out. If South Africa get on top of them, they can post a big score. So it's a great prospect.
It's a great prospect. What kind of surface? We're talking about whether India's spin can do it. But what kind of surface? The NC is a good hard track. With the pitch.
Slightly starting to get hot at the MCG. It's midday, and when you look at the ground, there's a bit of breeze going around. More than the breeze, what looks good is the surface. And when you look at it, it's hard. There are not much cracks. I was here for the test matches, and the wicket in the test match looked a lot drier, a lot browner, and there were a lot of cracks on day 1 of the test match. But when you look at this, there's a fair bit of grass right throughout the surface. And the fast bowlers will get help, they'll get pace and bounce. It's going to be a lot quicker than what it was against Australia and England. I've got with me Paume Bangwa, who's played a lot of cricket in South Africa and Zimbabwe and has travelled to this part of the world as well.
Yeah, nice to see you, Sam. First of all, I tell you what, nice to see this pitch. I say nice to see it. You spoke of pace, you spoke of bounce.
I think the issue here is when you look at it, you see grass and you see grass that's quite green. Number one, I'd say the curator's done a fantastic job, and I say fantastic job because it's been hot here in Melbourne, so to get kind of the right preparation, as it were, right amount of water and moisture in the surface, and also to get the hardness would be pretty difficult because it'll be coming out of the surface. But it looks there's just enough, it looks hard, and I reckon there'll be nice pace and bounce through to the keeper as well. The happier side, though, of the two sides, I reckon will be South Africa because they're used to playing on surfaces that are fast and that are hard. I mean, field, you look at it, big as well. So it says, just go back of a length a little bit, go upstairs, and they might well do that today.
It's big on one side, not big on the other. As Tommy said, go back of a length. Completely, because on a pitch which is round, with the new ball, I would actually be fuller. Somebody like Sane and Morkel and Philander who have length, which can be full, and that's going to create a lot of trouble to the batsman with the new ball. Once the ball gets older, you can come back with the length because there are big boundaries on the side. For India, they've got 2 spinners, and I'm sure they're going to play these 2 spinners in Ashwin and Ravindra Jadeja. I don't see much help for the spinners on this surface except a bit of bounce. A good toss to win?
Yeah, I think a good toss to win. It's interesting because both sides, the last time they played, I don't know if you know this in terms of
Super shot! Good shot! Good shot!
Generally, you'd say in one international you want to make sure you get 300 and more if you're
Score
going to be
58 overs.
They will. While we were watching that piece of tape, Mahendra Singh Dhoni was walking by and he had a quick conversation with Shane Warne. I don't know if Shane Warne
Good running! Good running!
What are you chatting about? He said hello. No, there was more than that.
Okay. Said hello and how's he going with the tour, and they said he's ready to go. They're looking forward to today. All good stuff, Harsh. Nothing I can lick the cone of silence on and give you a scoop. Nothing like that.
Should he bat first if he wins the toss?
I think if anything, whoever wins the toss should bat first, but I think South Africa wouldn't be that disappointed if they lose the toss. I think
Good shot!
The ball might swing around with a pace and bounce to the wicket. They might be able to get some early wins. But remember, when you bowl second here at the MCG under lights, the ball really zips through. And the Lions could have due whatever it is, just really dive through. So I think South Africa might be able to bat first after India too.
Back for you as a bowler as well?
Well, I think, as Warnie mentioned, I think South Africa, because of their batting lineup, they like to know what they face, and they pace their innings very well when they bat second, because they know who can take their time about the final 10 overs with wickets in hand. So it'll be interesting to see how it goes, but I think the South Africans wouldn't mind using that new surface to see if there's anything in it, try and make early inroads and put them under pressure. So it'll be interesting to see who decides to bat first.
We've got a moth that just landed on your jacket. That's gone. 282 we're seeing as average scores batting first. So you've got to get the run.
Yeah, you do, and you've got to remember we've seen some of these done 3. I think we've got 2. So 280 is a fair minimum. It's an absolute road. The outfield is lightning fast. So 280 is a minimum.
Okay, we'll wait and see. The Australians have made even more than that coming up here. So
On my
right.
As big a stage as you can get. Playing India was a fantastic cricket team. We're as well prepared as we could be.
What do you do in the week where you don't play?
What we have done so far is trying to get a couple of practices in the middle, but in between every alternate day was off for us because we have been here for a long time. What's important to keep the guys fresh, but at the same time, whenever we turn up for practice session, we want to be a high intensity.
I should enjoy it. It's a good opportunity for the team to reset and to really strategize again. Get a bit of time away from cricket, which is always important. And I'm very excited to get going again today and then get up again after the game.
You're back at the MCG and cricket ground has mixed memories.
Yes, it is. It's a fantastic ground. The atmosphere is great over here. The capacity is good, and when it comes to ODI cricket, we've got
Okay, I think, Jeff Crow's here, our match referee. Nice to see you. We're ready to go. I think you're home captain today, so you've got the coin.
Score 65, 9 overs.
They batted really well. At times in these conditions, we not lost too many wickets initially. Close to the 25th or 26th over. We need to go hard. Nice throw. I feel you need to capitalize so that you get into the power play with a few more wickets in hand and then accelerate after that.
We finally settled on an attack for that game. Have you stuck with it and the same team for this game?
Well, yes, looking at the condition, that's the best bowling attack unless the wicket is very different to maybe a first wicket where it's a lot more bounce. That's the time we'll look to change. But other than that, we are playing with the same squad.
All right, thanks, Dennis. Have a great day. AB, it does look a good pitch, doesn't it?
It does. Probably going to bat first as well. Not too unhappy though. Bowler's been in really good form of late. We've got a great opportunity here to make some inroads early on and put them under pressure. So one difficult thing of batting first is you don't often know what's going to be enough on the day. Hopefully we can put them under enough pressure that they stumble along the way.
Good shot! In New Zealand for the tournament, is that a good thing or a bad thing?
I don't know really. It's nice to know that you're in a good space as a team and in good form and that people rate you as a cricket team. So I guess you can take the confidence from that, but with that comes a bit of pressure. But look, these tournaments are huge pressure tournaments in any way, so you can't hide from the pressure and the fact that you're going to face some big moments. And we've big moments today.
This is a coliseum of cricket. There are going to be 85,000 people here, but it'll feel like Little India.
For sure. Wherever you go, there are always big Indian support for the team, which is great to see. Great support for cricket here today. I can't imagine the stadium being full. It's not full yet, but we'll see in half an hour's time.
Have a good day.
Thanks, Mark.
Good batting, good batting. Come on, boy.
India will bat first.
Mahendra Singh Dhoni won the toss. Almost ahead of India and made the quarterfinals. Well, there's lots more to this game. We'll take a break when we come back. What are this toss mean? What are the teams? And then we'll build up to that first ball.
69.
Just in case you miss a game during the ICC Cricket World Cup, don't worry. We get Virat to score that spell again.
कौन से कार्तिक है उन्हें? कार्तिक का गंधम कार्तिक गंधम
गाड़ी नींबू मिर्ची के भरोसे नहीं कैसी वाले
हाँ कैसी वाले उत्तम पकड़ा क्या बसवराज नेक्स्ट बैट्समैन
India have won the toss and batting. That's the first news to come out of here. And India playing an unchanged side. I think Mahendra Singh Dhoni and the team management have found the team that they believe is the best in order, which is the top six batsmen, including Dhoni, Jadeja and Ashwin, and the good team. So Mohit Sharma still no sign at all. Bhuvaneshwar Kumar. So that's the Indian side. There's a predictable change in the South African side, and there's the two sort of bowling all-rounders, if you want to call them. Maybe Panel will bat at 7, Philander at 8. They're going in with 4 fast bowlers and Imran Tahir, which means Jumini becomes just the 6th.
Devon's team was suffering from flu, fever and all.
They have played their hand as South Africa.
Devon's team but is playing today. He was not even fit by yesterday also.
And most of what they are chasing now, yes, they might think that if the top 6 can't do it, the rest can't do it, but I would have wanted another batsman. England is well balanced. They've gone with the same side as they predicted. They would have given that change. The two spinners are...
Ready, go ahead!
Shot boy! Right then, let's see this Indian side. We've talked really about the others. You know, Michael Hussey said that Rohit Sharma was someone that the South Africans rated pretty highly. He's also a player to watch out for.
Gone aerial.
Great looking shot. Straight out of the middle of the bat. That is a good shot. What a shot that is. A little shimmy down the bench from Rohit Sharma, and he finds the grounds for 6. Still another lovely shot on the offside. Well, it's an edge, but it goes down as 1. It is a century for Rohit Sharma at the MCG.
Score 76.
and India are in an advantage. They won the toss. If they can get 260 on this pitch, South Africa batting in the night with the lower order of Philander, Panel, Mokel, Sen and Tahir, India have a chance. So I would make it 50-50, and if South Africa would have played a different balance, that's the way I think. Okay, the 50-50 game.
Let's get Polly to that. Philander playing today? Yeah, Philander and Panel.
Yeah, Panel is because it's going to be more fight story. But I think South Africa will use these conditions well up front. They didn't have much to work with in Hamilton, and they look pretty ineffective. But you come on a bouncy surface, there's quite a bit in it with regards to swing and seam. There'll be a handful. And then when they bat, South Africa will know how to approach the chase. They won't have to look at
is that India won the toss and have decided to bat. India playing the same side. South Africa.
और कुछ नहीं
$644,000 this semester. By 25% extra catching up to do. However, did make
So we go catch the match.
Shot it! Good shot, Sage!
What a classic wristy flick.
X5. Flying to New York. It's a German airline. German?
Later!
सोच के साथ और अब एक मजबूत इंडिया बनाते हैं बदलते इंडिया का भारत से के लक्ष्मी चोपड़ा
couldn't judge the place. I couldn't judge the place.
Srilanka. Hey, lovely shot! Oh, feeling it.
In the background was a growing struggle between powers to shape the post-war world. Welcome, one and all. We are in Australia. It's the ICC Cricket World Cup 2015. Today, we're at the sporting capital of Australia, Melbourne, at the wonderful sports ground, the MCG. Two big teams clashing. South Africa, favourites, one of the favourites, against India, who are defending champions. Group B. Many will come in, many have already come in to watch these two sides do battle. The expectation is of a really good game. They throw them up, these two sides, India and South Africa. There'll be noise, it's a big stadium. Graham Smith in the crowd there with the supporters group. Will be a share of South African support as well, and they'll hope that they can get themselves heard. Let's see how they've gone against each other then in World Cups. South Africa leading it, 3 previous meetings, and 1-3. India will be looking
What
what kind of service do they have to try and do that? Out there, a man who's played here many times for Australia, a legend of cricket, is Shane Warne to give us the picture.
Welcome out to the middle of the MCG. First of all, it's cloudy, but it's really hot. High 30 degrees,
497.
northerly wind too, which will swirl around here at the MCG, so not that comfortable for the
97!
The batting, it's going to be good to bat once you get in. The first little bit might be a bit difficult. Average score batting first here is 282. So we've already seen those scores around 300 or so. I reckon you'll be seeing 280 plus out here today. Should be an absolute cracker of a game. South Africa and India, two excellent sides. Plenty of variety in the batting and the bowling. For me, it's going to be a really good game.
Yep, let's hope that he is right, that it's going to be a really good game. And look into the change room of the South African. Wonderful change room. Big, nice and spacious for them. They can have their couches and chill in their spots. There's Dale Stay. leading the attack for the South Africans, and he'll hope that he can lead them to victory today and bowl well. Hashim Amla, quiet but very effective and continues to churn out runs for them. I wonder how they'll go, and many of you out there will wonder as well, because it's been 7 days for either of these teams since they were last out on the park. Through their limbering up exercises as they try to get themselves ready and make sure that they switch on for the big game. Like a final itself, that first game for them each time that India meets Pakistan, so they'll be happy to have got that out of the way and they can get into the tournament proper. And delivering up exercises as usual. You see the huddles there, a bit of a chat here and there to make sure that they get ready. And the mental side of things so important. Don't want to expend too much of their energy whilst they're getting ready. They're just getting themselves switched on. Big players in either side, so a whole lot to look forward to today. The standings then of Pool B. India winning well, so top of the log with 2 points and a good net run rate. The West Indies have played a couple of games and have got rid of that Ireland loss by winning their second game. Fortunately, it came pretty quickly as well. South Africa
score 106.
Zimbabwe, despite a few.
Do you find the long delays frustrating? I actually enjoy it. It's a good opportunity for the team to reset and just to really strategize again. Get a bit of time away from cricket, which is always important. So I'm very excited to get going again today and then break it up again after the game. You're back at the MCG, a cricket ground that has mixed memories.
Yes, it is. It's a fantastic ground. You know, the atmosphere is great over here. The capacity is good, and you know, when it comes to ODI cricket, we've got plenty of fans irrespective of where we play.
Okay. Jeff Crowe's here, our match referee. Nice to see you. Now we're ready to go. I think you're home captain today, so you've got the coin. Not quite as loud as Adelaide, but quite a response.
Well, yes, I think it's slightly, the stadium is different from Adelaide, and the reason being, I think the voices they stay inside the stadium, so definitely it's a bit louder, but there's no...
That game. You got nice from the pressure and the fact that you're going to face some big moments, and we prepared for some big moments today again. This is a coliseum of cricket. There are going to be 85,000 people here. Like Little India, for sure. Wherever you go, they always big Indian support for the team, which is great to see. It's great support for cricket here today. I can't imagine the stadium being full. It's not full yet, but we'll see it in half an hour's time or so and get the juices flowing.
It's so hard.
All right, have a good day. Thanks, man. Okay, the news from the middle. MS Dhoni's won the toss. India will bat first.
So MS Dhoni deciding that he will bat first. There at the make their way out to the middle. Nearly time to get it all started, but before that, as is customary, there'll be the national anthem.
आपका नाम बसवराज
Maybe the Villiers and
हो गया तेरा
the
20 ने 30 मारा
36 नहीं 20 मारे
doesn't know really, and one thing is for sure, they are one of the favourites in this tournament, and not so the defending champions. There are many who are not convinced about India, and they get ready. Many upstanding already in preparation for the anthems. Let's go to them.
क्या बोले थैंक यू कॉपी
यहाँ मारा था लक्ष्मण का खाली वी है ऐसा वी में क्या
Just about time to get this big battle underway. Two big teams here, South Africa and champions India. Look forward to it.
This broadcast is co-presented by Sparks, CardTrade.com, and View Tourism, in association with Layer Shots, Endura Maps, Live Pure, CTS Tires, and This broadcast of the ICC Cricket World Cup 2015 is co-presented by Maruti Suzuki and Airtel, in association with Yepme.com, Carbon Smart, Crick Buzz, Raymond, and MRF Tires.
120
Fake callers करे परेशान. Introducing Quicker Next, the smarter way of buying and selling. अब रखो अपना नंबर private, plus ढेर सारे features. Quicker Next, no figure, chat quicker. Quicker.
South Africa in the field with the possessors of the best top six in this World Cup. I think that's universally accepted. Can India make inroads though? The Champions Trophy, these two walked out to bat. South Africa players have been shot bowling, and India got 320. But this is a very different surface from that day in Cardiff. I think this is a horses for courses side for South Africa. I'm not sure Parnell will play every time, but I just think this surface, this opposition, they just think they need the extra bowling strength.
And I think it's a good thing. It's a good way to look at things in this tournament for South Africa particularly, who've done really well in preparation leading up to the World Cup and looked quite good. I think it's going to be very important for many players to come to the fore at different times. And horses for courses is a good phrase.
Can India score 280 plus though? If they have to defend less than 280, they lose 80% of their matches. And that tells you a thing or two about the bowling. 2/3 of the times they win if the openers give you more than 50. But if they lose, and if they lose less than 4 wickets by the 30th over, India wins 71%. This is really South Africa's bowling versus India's batting this contest. The key contest.
Matches when chasing targets more than 260. They've got a chase here today, so that will be interesting, and it has to be a case of making
next batsman.
go well with ball in hand.
There's some talk of giving Dale Steyn the old ball. I think if you had taken a vote among the opposition batsmen, they'd have voted overwhelmingly in favour of him taking the old ball. Right, Rohit Sharma. Handles space, bowling well, plays the full shot.
और नाम क्या है उनका?
A lot of runs, also gets them out sometimes.
श्रीनिवास सूर्या है
The
इसमें.
average has gone for a long time. It was languishing in the 20s. It didn't know justice at all. A couple of double hundreds, and how easily we're saying that these days. Here's a champion. The best bowler in the world at the moment.
Nice. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
There's some characters in this side. They'll stay the character too. New hairstyle, same outswinger. First ball. Good ball. He is just. You look at some players around world cricket and you say how many of them transcend generations. And I think with Dale Steyn you say that very easily.
Great fast bowler. It's been amazing.
For
South Africa.
44.
Think back to when he was just a young lad and he started. That outswinger was there. It was there from the time he started.
2 slips for him. Good shot first up from Rohit Sharma.
He'll feel good about that. Rohit Sharma, first couple of deliveries are pitched up from Dale Steyn and then out of the middle of the bat.
It's a great southern stand there. You feel like an ant when you look up to that stand. Also a feeling.
अगले बल्लेबाज कौन है? सोमनाथ है ना? लोकनाथ है। एक और है सोमनाथ।
Last day, you won't mind bowling on it?
He won't. Just to look at this first of all, very straight and then it's just shoots it outside the off stump and it's a movement away.
18 to 1.
Dale Steyn will
Score
certainly
है 125, 125.
Good seam presented there. It just looks to shake away. You expect it though from a brand new ball.
South Africa don't win a lot of matches chasing more than 260. Just wonder. I mean, I know you don't make these numbers so early in the innings. India is looking at a minimum of 280.
Yeah, it looks a good surface. It looks a really good surface. 138, I think it was. Rohit Sharma played here against Australia. 267 the last time either of these sides played here is what they scored batting first.
Oh, there's the first one. It's coming close.
Celebs don't drive, they're driven around.
Right.
Just like traffic rules, celebs are too. That's where you belong. Park your own car.
The rules have changed. Celebrities don't care. Excuse me, ma'am. Make way, please. Shall we?
Make way for new rules. CTS.
क्रिकेट का खेल होता ही ना जब वो क्रिकेट का मोबाइल है सुपर फास्ट स्कोर्स क्रिकेट न्यूज क्रिक बस
He'll look to first of all find that length.
This is something you will see from South Africa right through. Start to say, okay, who are the good fielders on the South African side? Shazwan has just joined us. You might as well name the entire side.
Yeah, no, good afternoon, everybody. It's been fantastic. South Africa are very strong in the field. Excellent. It's been a good start. Steyn, nice maiden. Good carry to zip through on the pitch, too. There's a belter out there. Great atmosphere out in the middle here. MCG's in unbelievable. The outfield's fast. There's 80-odd thousand people here.
कौन है भाई आप?
would there, I think up front you got to send your store down, have a look and see how it goes.
Remember the team batting first, the average score is 282. That's an average score. It's a good pitch.
Good shot this. They've been straightened on something on the pads and he gets it. Fill out there a little bit straight. And just collect. Just leans on it, really helps it on its way before. Good way to get started.
It's a huge outfield this, especially square. Not quite straight, but square is huge. I see some grounds where you cross the 30-yard circle and you're nudging the boundary line. Yeah, you cross the 30-yard circle and the boundary is still a couple of furlongs away.
And they bought it in a long way too. It could actually be a lot bigger.
But straight, it looks like someone sat on this ground. Straight boundaries are short, exactly opposite. Someone sat on the Adelaide Oval and made the MTG. Okay, what are we doing here? We're getting dropping back. Long legs coming in. Zero bouncer coming.
He's not going to go all the way either. He'll stand about halfway back.
Yeah. He didn't throw. End of the over, 5 minutes.
फूलों का दारों का सबका कहना है 1000 में मेरे पापा है
बस पापा को खुश करो, वो तुम्हें बहुत खुश कर सकते हैं बिकॉज अब माई प्लान है पूरी फैमिली के लिए, तो पापा ना सबसे शेयर करेंगे अपना पोस्ट पेड प्लान। स्टैंडर्ड दीवारें आपका इंप्रेशन फीका ना कर दें। इंप्रेशंस के HD कलर्स लगाइए और घर के साथ अपना भी इंप्रेशन बढ़ाइए।
Fielders have to be the 6th bowler. We've seen New Zealand do that already. I think New Zealand was sensational in the field. And then we saw Pakistan yesterday. And they showed just how far you can go in the other direction. So, with this South African side, playing 5 bowlers and dooming, and the fielders will function as an extra bowler. A couple of direct hits, catches.
I'll say 20 runs. They might even make a catch. It's not a lot of other people can get to. Interested that Staines bowling for a southern stand. Norman wins that's what can sometimes mess around with local bowlers. It swirls.
Doesn't look like he's having too much trouble with
good
it.
pace, good carry at 145 minutes.
He's good umpire, Richard Kettleborough. So respected around the cricket world, still pretty young, but he's risen up the rankings fairly quickly. One a very experienced man at the other end.
One of the best Kettleboroughs, isn't he? Very good.
Third umpire today is Steve Davis.
Ball's just flying across the outfield. Good shot. With that raceway, it's like gaining pace.
The other thing about these matches, these two teams know each other so well. They used to play together for 6 weeks, 7 weeks, year upon year. These two, for example, play in the same side as well. And there isn't the edge there is sometimes between India and Australia. India and South Africa don't see that little edge in there. There'll be an edge in terms of wanting to do well.
But don't you worry about that. Don't think about that. They don't have to say it, Asha. They just have to look to do it. And they'll be looking to do that today.
I guess if you stay, you don't need
It's bragging rights also. When you get back to the IPL teams, you all hang around and say, I knocked you over. Remember that I knocked you over the MCG.
I mean, we see that with Dale Steyn and Virat Kohli. They were up doing press conferences yesterday. These are God, they're long lost brothers. Solid shot on the front.
about the fielder taking
Shot.
an extra wicket. He slipped, and I think that might be better for Rohit Sharma.
Wow, that's just absolutely brilliant, that.
That's just sensational, Bill. We talked about maybe making it a catch or making a dismissal. There you go, right there. This is probably going to be out. The way Rohit Sharma's got his head down. Look at that, just sensational. Really only one shot to aim at. Yeah, he's gone. He's on his bike. Well done. Rohit Sharma's gone.
Score 160. 160.
Really hit their straps and find their form. All about peaking at the right time. A few ugly wins early is what you need. Well, guys, should have been a bit more.
Yeah, South Africa's first game against Zimbabwe was
Ready.
probably got tighter than they would have liked, and you wouldn't. I said you wouldn't willingly lose. You wouldn't also willingly sort of send your batting team out there and hope that, okay, you four get out, and let's see how number 6 and 7 do. It served South Africa well, and that David Miller walks in and he gets 100 and he gets to finish things off as well. And Dumini kind of guides that process, because both are really important for the South African order.
One of the best top 6 in this tournament. Some of the Australians might debate that. I have no doubt in my mind just the different quality that Amla and de Villiers bring in. But this is the best top 6. So that allows you to play a Parnell at 7, Philander at 8, play the extra bowler.
Yeah, there's a bit of arming and because of that number 6, number 7 scenario. Do you have 5 bowlers and 6th being Dumini, or do you have Dumini as a fit with Biardine being 6th as well, just so you can have a 7th batsman? I think this is the better team. I think this is the team you want, with Parnell able to bowl for you and hopefully has good days, many more good days than bad ones in the tournament. And what it does is, if you do get a side 4, maybe 5 down, or sometimes even 3 down, and you need to go for another wicket, you don't have that fear of what do I have for the back end. Can I use Stain for a couple more? Can I use Morkel for a couple more? So you're not always saving them for the end, but you're going for the jugular early.
Yeah. Well, they did it too well, but he knew Finding was inside the circle. Good distance going off as well without field on it.
I think the key to inside the is to have that variety of attack too. In South Africa, you wouldn't necessarily always have that variety with having a leg spinner, you've got a bit of off spinning, you've got left arm, right arm, you've got Morne Morgan with 6 foot 8. A lot of variety in their bowling attack for the first time, and probably a lot of the World Cups, Perth finally got a real lot of variety in their bowling attack, and the way they field and their top 6 batting, that's one of the reasons that it made one of the favourites.
I think there's that game in the Champions Trophy, and the Indians keep referring to the first game, the Champions Trophy 2013. He gave that personally 300 plus, and South Africa fended set with bouncers on that. What he's got a point, it was the same. Big guy is all right-handed to all with the same attack. This one's got variety, bounce, left arm swing.
And they got spinners too, got a leg spinner and Dumini, who's a quality off spinner as well.
Full form क्या है?
Just 4 runs in a row, and it's gone. It's only been 1. You want to watch South Africa, you also want to watch individual contest within the game. Stain versus Kohli. Stain versus Kohli.
Score 3, 1 over.
Look at that carry too, really zipping through and executing the plan as well, Stone. The quality of this is to Kohli against Pakistan. Everything was trying to get into that channel. It got a little bit too wide at times there as well, and different lengths. And then today against the South Africans, there you go, a lot better grouping. Always trying to stick it outside off stuff, aren't they?
interesting. Everyone sees the same pictures. Everyone does the same analysis. The batting side does the same analysis. The bowling side does it as well. You look at where you've got him out in the past. You've got him out there in the past. There's the third man.
Sometimes the key when you're not up to a flyer in the one-day cricket at 15 for 1 in the nearly halfway through the 7th over, you can sometimes panic. I think the good thing is here with Shikadao and Kohli, they're experienced batsmen now, so Kohli should really lead this. The one way you can get into it is really dropping and running, just getting that energy going and trying to shift momentum, annoy the bowler, don't let him bowl delivery after delivery to you, just drop and run and really hustle the single. It's harder against the South Africans. They get in quickly, they're good fielding sides, you've got to be sure of it, but really just get busy. I think the batsman's got to get busy, drop and run and look for some singles. Comes along, back at the floor.
Third boundary for Shikadao. And just set it square that field. They also had man catching and he tried to slow in delivery, trying to entice it, get him playing the shot. He plays it alright and he plays it well. Good shot for 4. It's just better when South Africa have stayed opening. The bowling is so set the tone. Yeah. And here against India, you can see it's fired up. It's trying to get things going.
I like South Africa with staying opening the bowling. He does bowl better to right-handers than left-handers. He doesn't bowl as well to the lefties. But it's good he does set the tone early. The first over they've made straight away.
पॉइंट पे फील्डर रख के भागते भाई सचिन है क्या सचिन हाँ सचिन है
The World Cup. Great record of the World Cup. Such a good worker, and that's the end stadium. What a stadium it is.
He has a great record to start with, isn't he? I always think back to the straight drive, which is a missed leg stump. I was picking one shot. Almost sort of a half punch. Also the back foot shot through extra cover. I haven't seen many able to do that off balls as full of length as Sachin Tendulkar. Strike rate of 89 is impressive. Against that, in all his orthodoxy, he was able to score very quickly. Was he fun to bat with?
Oh, it
Was it inspirational?
Yeah, he was simple. He kept his batting very simple, and that was the greatness about him. Yes, he was gifted with a lot of talent from the Almighty, but he found it way to harness it. And the biggest thing he did was he didn't complicate it. He had very simple footwork, tried to stay still as much as he could.
Very good Shikadao. This time through the offside.
24.
Second boundary of the over.
28.
Good now. Onto a shot on the great square, on a square cover on the practice point. So there's a smart get there.
ये आप लोगों का फर्स्ट टूर्नामेंट है क्या कॉर्पोरेशन मतलब टूर्नामेंट है प्लेयर है
Last week it was just seeing the two strokes to tell us what a good pitch it is. The Kohli cover drive. Now there's a good change in the field.
ICICI न्यू टीम है टूर्नामेंट में लास्ट वीक मैं फाइनल्स कर रहा हूँ ना यहाँ पे
Two fielders have to be catching with a lovely drive of the ball. Oh, you run against these blokes at your peril. You've got to pick your man. You've got to know where you're going. Don't risk them to him.
जहाँ भेजते हुए जाना पड़ता
Presenting to you, India पूछेगा सबसे सारा बॉल अशोक.
Be a bit of a golden arm for South Africa. ODI cricket.
They have a wonderful ability of breaking partnerships.
An unusual move.
ये नॉन स्ट्राइक क्या बोले? नॉन स्ट्राइक
with only 2 fielders allowed outside the circle, you've got to be quite precise. Mid-off is back, and square leg is back. Well, you actually say deep mid-wicket rather than straight. He's coming in straight. With mid-wicket back, long off back. Oh, remember, you have to have catchers. Now, this is a problem. There's a slip and a deep leg slip. You don't want to get casual about it, though.
Shikhar Dhawan has been troubled with the off spinner, especially Mohammad Hafiz with the one coming back into the right-hander. Beg your pardon, into the left-hander.
Take advantage of the spaces. Don't get too carried away is the key, because it's Shane Moore made a point a moment ago that just because you haven't got off to a fly doesn't mean you can panic. You've seen the damage that can be done in the last 15, certainly 10, but often 15 overs of an innings. So use that experience now that there are spaces, knock the ball around. And if you get 2 guys in on a pitch like this, particularly 2 players who are so good with their wrists, who can score just about anywhere, 360-degree blocks. It's more valuable than trying to cash in on Duminy right now. The 2 back now are long on and deep mid-wicket. There's a single out.
I think the thing you also have to do really well here at the MCG, because it's such a big ground, you have a lot of 2s and 3s. If you run well between the wickets and maneuver the ball into the right areas, put the fielding side under some severe pressure. Surprisingly, to be honest, but it's a pretty good batting circle.
Score 9 after 4 overs.
Hard, no drive back.
Nexiilabs.com. Here we create fresh fashion so you look good. Not for the world, but for the one you love. Refresh your fashion, refresh your romance. Nexiilabs.com.
Calm head in the middle overs. Batting. One and more from the attack. There's been deep discussion as to who was going to open the bowling today, whether it would have been Dale Steyn or not. They've used Morne Morkel for the last 5 or 6 one-day internationals, and he's been quite successful. But Steyn's ability to swing the new ball, they decided to go with today. Morne Morkel in the past has had good success against the left-handed batsman, and they'll be hoping we can use the trick for them once again today. But it'll still be a newish ball. It's just 4 overs from this end. It's 5 from the other, so Morne Morkel will get a bit of hope. And I think it's the right way to go. Stay in your best bowler, you swing it, give him the new ball, which will end up.
Morkel from the members' end, and Sachin Tendulkar on the ground, and we can wind back the clock.
Is that straight drive you're talking about, Mark? Just a golf player all around the ground. Yeah, that was his last World Cup, and he played superbly. India won it back in India. He's got a double 100 against South Africa as well. It's not in a World Cup, but in a one-day game. He's only double 100 in international cricket.
Previously, and certainly South Africa were inside a tremendous record against Australia.
He's got a decent record in South Africa as well in terms of hundreds.
Yeah, but in the early days, for some reason, he didn't quite make good the South Africans as he did so many other times.
This was for Hansie Cronje's 7th time.
Oh, really?
And the South African attack, which had followed Arnold, Kuzma and Singh. Hansie Cronje had dismissed him quite a few times.
Those little swingers, Hansie's little swingers.
We weren't unhappy about the fact that he didn't perform as well as he did against Australia. It was quite nice for us.
I saw the incredible partnership with Sachin and Mohammad Azharuddin in Cape Town back in 96 or 97, and they put on, in the afternoon session, played unbelievably, but between them they hit 11 or 12 balls straight after lunch. It was great. When he played that very tight, well thought through, technically driven game, and then the more free flowing stroke makers at the other end, Hashim and AB de Villiers. It's nice when you get two contrasts going well together.
Yeah, and bowling at Sachin and Azharuddin in that partnership in the test match, the ball the same delivery with Sachin here to the offside, and Azharuddin had whacked to 2 mid-wicket. So
did you play in that game?
Yeah.
Because I think I might have 12 balls after lunch. The first 2 overs, Donald includes, now every ball went for 4 or 6.
I can remember a spell like that. I wouldn't remember the exact figures, but yeah, I think we had a nice talk at the lunchtime and we came out and they sort of just dominated us for those first few overs and put us straight back under pressure.
It took a very good catch to get rid of Sachin. Can you remember who caught it?
Yeah, Deep Squirley.
Very good.
36 for 1.
This semester, which means you guys are behind by 25% extra catching up to do. However, it did make
So we'll go catch the match.
What a classic risky flick.
He's not a man plagued by self-doubt, Ravi Shastri, is it?
Never. As Osha said very rightly, he should have been a fast bowler.
Yeah, both in build and attitude. Imran Tahir in the attack.
Very interesting to see how the Indian batsmen decide to play him today. A wonderful international run area. Just under 20 with the ball.
Because the first 10 have been completed, South Africa can now drop another couple of fielders back. And so Imran Tahir has a little more protection. At the moment, long off cover on mid-wicket with the men out to go with long on, so an obvious choice, I suppose. The test against Darwin before spinning into Darwin, whether or not Darwin was hitting over mid-wicket. There's a big gap down the ground and a big gap in this sort of what you might call straightish mid-wicket or the slog area, slog corner.
Yeah, that's a very good record. He's pretty phenomenal 4.36. And that's what Pollock was saying since yesterday, that South Africa will play him because the average is under 20. Yeah.
With an extraordinary early move there to try to pull off a good time here. Can you imagine that? It's as if there aren't enough photographs of you.
Score 18. 6 overs.
In Australia.
पापा के इस $1 million चार्ज से फ्री बना है तो रिचार्ज ऑन फ्री चार्ज बस ऐप डाउनलोड करो और उसमें जितने का रिचार्ज करो उतने के ऑफर्स और डील्स पाओ सो रिचार्ज नहीं रिचार्ज
When you say a key moment, is that because you feel India, these two batsmen are starting to get settled?
Yes.
Pull away.
Yes, I do. And Virat Kohli and AB de Villiers are the 2 key men in this game. Both sides will have to look to get them out. If we back 30 overs, they will put the team in control because they play positively, they play quickly, and they create partnerships. They're busy players and match winners. Both Virat Kohli and AB de Villiers. That's why from both sides, it's important to get them out early. Kohli's got 9. great feed for Virat Kohli. That's good captaincy. He's got him a second slip.
It's unusual to see as many fielders on one side of the wicket, a 7-2 field. It puts the bowler under really under the spotlight. He bowls such a tight line at off stump. You really can't bowl too straight because there are 2s and 3s or boundaries if you had leg side. But you can't bowl too wide of off stump either, so it's a difficult field to bowl to. And it's that dividing line between wanting still to attack but also to protect. I love watching, did you like watching Brendan McCullum against England with some of the fields that he set and the way that he resolved to take wickets throughout the year? Everybody, all the commentators, everybody's talking about the need to take wickets because of the danger of the last 10 overs. You really don't want to play against a side that has quickly the wickets in hand when you only got 4 fielders back.
Yeah, he's been ultra positive, Brendan McCullum. Enjoyed the captaincy quite well. The power play advantage. It's a sluggish start in India. Find their feet, hit a few boundaries, and this was the important run out. Rohit Sharma, a big player for India, got a bit of quality field there, but David de Villiers, Kohli and Shikhar Dhawan started to find the middle of the bat. Quite a quiet start, just 39 for 1 after 11.3 overs.
Darwin wants 2. No, and sent back in the end. Kohli was prepared to go. I really do have to quickly feel the carefully in the field that push South Africa. New Zealand fielded well, Australia, it's almost not a surprise that the 3 teams that seem to be fielding the best are the favourites for the tournament.
You can look at your standards and try and field as well as you possibly can. It's all about the personnel that you possess as well. South Africa are blessed here. They've got Jurgen Miller, Duke the Sea,
Good shot, good shot.
Very athletic ability to get down to the ground and stand up.
Is it part of the culture of South African cricket?
It's been led by John Giroud. I think the World Cup was a long time ago here in Australia in 1992, but he showed the way. 14 morning awful down finishes over 12 for South Africa. 2 full, 2 straight. Virat Kohli, one of the targets. India, what 45 for?
चलो बहुत ठीक है ड्राइव से शुभ वाला
अच्छा वाला वो ठीक पे रुकी थी
गाड़ी चलाइए सीएट टायर बड़े ट्रक ब्लॉक बेहतर ब्रेक बड़ा कंट्रोल सीएट एसयू टायर्स
The square root of your name. What is that?
Right hand over the wicket, sir. Cricket का कीड़ा तो होना ही है. Cricket news, cricket पर.
Finishes with a back rapture on the shoulder.
Well goes so far. He's a clever bowler, he's a thinking bowler. Watch the feet, pulling the length accordingly. You saw his record, his international record against all the teams, but it's not as impressive against India. He's picked up. Another example, and it's back to the scene this time. Have a look at that. He was all over the world.
क्या धर्म तेजा है इनका नाम?
Not only bowl well, but if you look when he runs off field.
He contracted against Australia. One day earlier this summer in Australia. But the fact is no ball.
Quickly onto the ball.
Overran it a bit for a one-handed pickup. 49 for 1.
36 for 3.
Right, Morkel again now changed the field. Something more orthodox with one slip. Pretty orthodox offside with the third man has come back. And now actually square legs going back as well. So just the one field is saving a single on the leg side and mid on.
That's the strength of the pads. Previous over, he hit it through the wicket. Just walks across, shuffles to open up the field. So I think that could be a fraction wider.
You find that with a lot of the best players. You certainly find it with Sachin, because the best players make the quick bowlers bowl at them. And it's so much easier to hit the ball off your pad because you're using the pace of the ball. Slips away from the outside off stump.
That's the line we were talking about for the left-handers. Slightly outside off stump. And even to the right-hander as well. He's turned to quite often throughout the summer at home in South Africa. So just trips and bounces.
Four bowlers bowl cross-seam deliveries now. We saw Stuart Broad bowl David Warner with a beauty, but just appeared to swing into it, but delivered cross-seam. What's that about?
Well, I think that they're trying to mess the ball up because they can't get the reverse swing and the ball only ends up 25 overs old. If nothing's happening, then they prefer to go cross seam so that if one ball pitches on the shiny side, it just skids on a little bit quicker, whereas if it lands on the seam, it might stand up on the back. So it creates a bit of variation. And if it misses the shiny side and lands on the scuffed up side, that's all good and well. If it lands on the shiny side, well, they'll clean it up and then try and get it back to normal. So it's just to try and create a bit of variation. Also from a control perspective, some guys are more comfortable when the pressure's put on than going cross seam. But I think New Zealand have shown the way, haven't they? I mean, they're getting the ball to swing up front, coming back in second spells, they're getting the ball to nip around. This one was different as well. Yeah, that's the cutter again. He goes to it, you can see it quite early in his hand. Changes it with at least a metre or so to go before he delivers. And one of those ones where he holds
Score 41.
last minute, just rolls
9 overs.
across it. Scripts it deeper in his hand.
Oh, wow. Whoa. That's a late put away from Shikadawa and it's very difficult for Morning Morkel. Pretty much in his delivery strike.
9 overs.
You're better off bowling. You honestly are better off bowling than delivery, even if it just goes through to the keeper. You do yourself a nasty just trying to hold the action at that last minute. Once you commit it, rather just follow it through. Don't follow the batsman, that'll cause trouble. You back away, just let it go through to the keeper.
Yes, well done. I just had to laugh a moment ago when you said the culture for fielding in South Africa goes back to John T. Rose. I thought how your dad would be sitting at home.
भैया बॉलर कौन थे?
Because it probably goes back to Conrad Bland.
रोहित थे
All
वो ना?
sorts of factors to feel. I mean, South African cricket is all over Australia.
No doubt about it. I think the athletic, the down to the ground, the back up for John T.
Water.
Yeah, I think Conrad Bland was just the run so easy and through down the stumps at will. The real athletic diving around, having a bit of a rubber body, down to John T. Rose.
Great stroke. Well, very difficult stroke this way. Not a half volley. Get it down straight. Get it that cleanly.
To be taken down every single time by a slow processor is just wrong! Crash and burned once again on an overheated CPU!
सुनील पैड़ा बजा
आउट कौन हुए हैं? अरे वो नहीं सुन हाँ वही टेकन है वो नाम पर
సునీల్
రైట్ వెంకటేష్ రన్ రేట్ ఏ విధంగా కనిపిస్తోంది మీకు? ఇది సరిపోతుంది అనిపిస్తోందా? ఎలా ఉందంటారు? అలాగే ఆటగాళ్ళ పర్ఫార్మెన్స్
ఇది అసలు చెయ్యకపోతే ప్రత్యేకం
This broadcast of the ICC Cricket World Cup 2015 is co-presented by Maruti Suzuki and Air Dr. Vincent LW Plus, Crick Buzz, Carbon Smart, and MRF Tires.
47.
The gang loves football.
Download the app now. All through his tour of Australia. Nicky quite through the one-day tri series. That great innings last week in Adelaide. He just looks like a different player. He looks calm at the crease. Plays beautiful drives. Nice cuts. He's just rotated the strike really well. It's been a pleasure to watch. The game is right in the balance at the moment. South Africa can get a couple of wickets here and get the 3 for 60 odd. If India, if they can just keep building this partnership in the next 10 or 15 overs and only get 1 wicket down, then they're going to be right at the box seat.
7 points.
Sure, coming through that Vernon
एक और शून्य लगा लिए.
Don't just know when he'll be back. Easy single as well. They keep milking. Spin easily for 5 and over, which is what they've just done. 61 for 1 after 15.
ये 5.5 का है.
वाटर बिल्डिंग साइड किसका है भाई?
बिल्डिंग Nexiilabs.
CTS.
CTS.
Very difficult to play. Good pace, steep down. It's hard to get inside it and pull that away.
रवि श्रीनिवास है ना?
Absolutely. Chatting to a couple of the South African batters. Shot. धक्का मार दिया.
See how much lower that was. That was short. Down was able to get his hands through that, and that is a cracking pull shot. That'll give him some more confidence. Now we can see square leg is going back to that exact shot.
Geez, man, it's well, isn't it? 44 from 59. We spent the last year or so almost in despair. But you can see now why India just stood by him all the time through that match. Admittedly, he was a better one-day player than test match player, but he got dropped from the test side in England, got dropped from the test side here in Australia. This is the reason India kept going with it, because when he's in form, he can win you matches. Yeah, that was...
The cream always comes to the shot. Yeah. And even that last shot, that stole off the test. That's a good shot for Chicago.
Maybe he was just getting it wrong. Kohli wanted a single.
Why did
Actually, they did something good. Actually, once they finished the tri-series, it was a very, very disappointing tri-series. They just let people away within 2 or 3 days. So I funny. Sydney, Shikhar Dhawan got a home in Melbourne. Some of the boys just went off on a camp somewhere, and we just sent them away for 2 or 3 days.
Yeah, they only took some of the bowlers out of the outback camping or something. Is that a true story or not?
ये वाला और भी महंगा है. ये 7.5 हजार का 5.5 हजार.
But the Aussies don't know about good camps, so they don't need to take it.
बच गया
This is really didn't time that better. 67. And the mighty drinks on the field.
एक्चुअली जी मेरा दोस्त लेके आया 500 रुपये का बाइक ऐसा डिस्काउंट मत करो ठीक है पर उसका लॉगिंग करो तो सही रहेगा
चलते बने
I think it's a form of Shikardama that's been the most encouraging. He's been decisive with his footwork when the front would have led. That's the run out.
क्या रन आउट था यार इतनी तेज मारा था बॉल को
It's allowed India to breathe a little more freely now.
चेन्नई का टी-शर्ट नंबर 9 है
शॉट है वॉर्कल भी डाया लग रहा है How you doing?
State forum is not for 10. Commander, we keep giving you updates on the with hamstring.
बैग में डाल देंगे उधर
Actually, funny good news.
अंदर मेरा बैग में डाल
Right, Imran Tahir, a South African leg spinner. We thought for a long time the two words didn't go together.
They put his statistics up earlier on. What a record. One day international, I think he's averaging less than 20.
Absolutely.
And only going in less than 5 and over as well.
Yeah, he's done well. He normally comes on middle overs. And always, we saw that against Zimbabwe. Or on a regular basis, we've seen that. And have a look at this magnificent shot. All down to square leg for one. Have a look at this here. Oh, beautiful shot. And I love that camera angle. If you've grown up in India, you don't see a lot of that shot. And for a long time, India was batting the throw to cut out the hook in the pool. Now you can see the generation playing a lot of that.
Yeah, I agree with your point, Roger. I think the more the efficient player.
Left corner for this one. Yes, but it's only a leg spinner. Loves his celebrations. Expressed himself in a very big way.
But Quentin de Kock seemed pretty through the ball up. We noticed in the first time in the game, need a wicket here, South Africa. Another top spinner there. I don't think he's caught any of the club.
I always wonder about that. When your appeal is as convincing, then you expect them to go and they're back in now. If it hadn't hit anything, would have been on the way up. Would have been on the way up, yeah. 74.
बस बाबा को खुश करो, वो तुम्हें बहुत खुश कर सकते हैं बिकॉज अब माई प्लान है पूरी फैमिली के लिए, तो पापा ना सबसे शेयर करेंगे अपना पोस्ट पेड प्लान।
Not
for the world, but for the one. Refresh your fashion. Refresh your life. Because, not a lot there.
Yeah, I think the umpires have noticed that. Have a good opening round here, though. I think we're seeing our first look of Wayne Parnell from the men's end.
Yeah, good to see you back in the side again.
There was always that question of many South Africans, you know, whether Behardin was the right player coming in at 7.
Nice funny boys, come on!
And my personal opinion, I think they made the right choice for this game. If your top 6 can't make a run, then what's the point of having that better at 7?
Number 7 will get 30 balls at first. And Barnell's all right, 30 balls.
Like they told him,
Definitely no focus on that. I threw quite a few balls during the week and he hits a lot of balls in the field. Yeah, I think you're right, you've got a back pick. Amlo de Villiers, JP Germany, that was a bit wide. To get most of the runs, I think.
But here's a question for you. You've been to the South African camp. Does Hashim Amla ever work at the straight?
The guys told me he's got one pair of gloves for the whole tour. That's it. It's amazing. No! And you watch AB de Villiers and he walks outside and starts sweating. But yeah, apparently Hashim Amla uses one pair of gloves. The training is phenomenal. You know, Glenn McGrath once had 3 gloves. He wasn't sure if he found one or lost one.
Maybe found one given how long you can. See, you batsmen come hard on the bowler.
Especially Glenn McGrath, don't worry.
I just look at Hashim Amla and I think this is a calm. He could be a monk.
He's pretty much like that.
Score 63.
Yeah, I must admit it was a little bit weird putting on South African t-shirt, but I must admit I was privileged, I guess, to be invited into their inner sanctum. You know, it's a team that I've admired for a long time. To be able to come in and see how they go about things was a great honour.
How's your accent developed? Very difficult. Check with accent all
Hey,
right.
Pada bro, ready bro.
Pakistani Africa.
Andre Nelson is
Oh, you don't want to tell me that. Not Andre now, no. It's rather late.
So how's it being on the same side as Alan Donald?
Better be on his side than against him, that's for sure. Certainly in his playing days. No, they're a fantastic group of people. They really are. Very genuine guys. No ego. They really treat each other with a lot of respect. There's obviously a lot of different cultures and religions in that team. And I was really, really impressed with the quality of individuals that were in that team.
How many Australians sidled up to you and said, South Africa? Gary Kirsten's there too. Now, the last time a World Cup was played, Gary Kirsten was the World Cup winning coach. Partly won again. I can see why you were the bowler. But India almost didn't want Gary Kirsten to leave. He had built such a wonderful relationship with the lead players. And it's interesting talking to Gary Kirsten about what the role of the coach in modern cricket is, because you don't want to tinker with technique. You just want people to feel good about themselves. More man managers.
Yeah, you talk to any of the current players and they cannot say a bad word about Gary Kirsten. What a guy, he's so empathetic. He's got a lot of respect from the players as well.
Great shot.
Personal score. That's not yours. How do you
Against Pakistan, India don't go
Bowler.
like these. Wow.
No, of course you wait for the bad ball to come. Get to a boundary.
आ गया लोकी भी आ गया
I think he was looking for the gap there and would have been 4 if he had got it.
You know, I think you can't really underestimate Hardy's gone now as well, but you can't underestimate this injury to Bernard Lander. And it must be affecting the thinking of the captain of the Phillies. He probably wants to keep attacking. He knows now if I have to find more overs from a fifth or a sixth bowler, I can't really afford to make some English staying another crack at trying to pick up the wicket. Keep going with that here. I'm going to have to mix it up quite a lot. It's a difficult position for a captain to be in right now. You lose one of your bowlers with a one-day game. It's a difficult place.
There you are. Victor was 4, but he's right 6 in game with Anderson. Can't bowl again. Dume's done a decent job in that over, just 2 from it, it's 79 for 1.
This is a good captaincy from maybe the ability to put an extra man in that area. It is one of his strengths. Shikadawan, but Hashimala got it, but quite hold on. Is that a game changer? Clear chance for sure. What's the under pressure, it's just something like that, a great catch, get a wicket early, you just got to see that came very hard, it's never easy. Sometimes with so many people in the background, sometimes you just lose the ball inside the crowd a little bit as well. Always found the gap really plays a hard place to ball, particularly square of the wicket, sometimes here as well.
Lovely camera. Goes by the cam. It's almost like rude. He lets it quiet. Checks out from the back pocket.
It's been a really good innings. I really enjoyed watching him. Confident that he did it earlier in the summer here in Australia. Big cover drive. Crucial part of the game.
Average of 82, economy of 7 against India. Wayne Pandya. He's slipping. Like he's done now, he'll slip past the 140 mark. But into the field, if the York team is expensive, he'll go for a lot of runs.
Yeah, I wonder if the Indians will look at that. It'll be interesting to see if there's any communication going on. A lot of slow pace deliveries, off-pace deliveries earlier. Wonder if they'll have a word to Harnell and say maybe this is what you need to do.
Throw the run at the red well. 21 now, 83 for 1 India.
Here we create fresh fashion.
Quicker, Jack Quicker.
Good captaincy from maybe the ability to put an extra man in that area. It is one of his strengths. Shikadawan, but Hashim up like great effort, but quite hold on. Is that a game changer? Clear chance for sure. Under pressure, it's just something like that, a great catch, get a wicket early, and just that came very hard, it's never easy. Sometimes with so many people in the background, sometimes you just lose the ball inside the crowd a little bit as well. Always found the gap to play a hard play for people, particularly where the wicket, sometimes here as well.
Lovely camera. Goes by the cam. It's almost like rude. He gets it quiet. Takes out from the attack pocket.
It's been a really good innings. I really enjoyed watching his confidence that he did earlier in the summer here in Australia. Big cover drive. Crucial part of the game.
Average of 82, economy of 7 against India. Way fun now. He's slipping. Like he's done now, he'll slip past the 140 mark. And into the field, your team is expected will go for a lot of runs.
Yeah, I wonder if he did a lot of slower pace, off-pace deliveries earlier. To say maybe this is what you need to do.
Throw the run at the red well. 21 now, 83 for 1 India.
Here we create fresh fashion.